Hey there, my name's Paul, and this is Out of Neutral, a weekly tune-up where we look to the Bible to get in gear and follow Jesus into the life he came to make possible. Today, I want to talk about where you fit in what God's doing online. If you knew that there was a place that people around the world visited on average almost 2.5 hours per day, you'd probably want to send missionaries there. If you knew that there was a place where people went to ask their questions about life and eternity before they asked their parents or their friends or their pastor, you'd probably want to make sure there was someone there who could give them good advice. When social media was first introduced and Google first went from being a company name to a verb, it was probably still hard to imagine how our relationship with technology would change. Today, people spend an average of 2.5 hours per day on social media, with some countries averaging over 4 hours. People search Google almost 4 million times per minute and watch 1 billion hours of video on YouTube every day. The question we should all be asking is, will they find Jesus there? I want to give an update on what we're doing to try to minister to people online and explain how you can be a part of it. Do you remember something called Adult Sunday School? It was a time when we could gather to study things that couldn't be covered in a weekly sermon. With multiple services and expanded Sunday ministry needs, we've moved the Adult Sunday School online in a weekly blog I call Out of Neutral. It's a critical way that I'm seeking to disciple our congregation, and so if you're missing it, you're missing an important part of the teaching ministry of the church. Now, while you may be reading it when you can, you may not be aware of the different ways that we've worked to make it available to you. At our website, you can register to receive a weekly email that you click to read online. If you read using the Flipboard app, you can subscribe to the Grace Baptist Church of Richmond Hill profile and read right within the app. You can subscribe to the Out of Neutral podcast and listen in on your commute or as you work around the house. And obviously, it's available here as a video on our YouTube channel. Whatever the format, I'd urge you to make this 5-minute investment each week in your spiritual growth. YouTube is now the second largest search engine in the world. People go there to get answers, and so you'll see now that some of our sermon titles are designed to answer the questions that people might be asking. Our YouTube channel contains our sermons and weekly blog as well. We make this content available for the entire congregation's spiritual growth, but also for you to share with a friend when there's something that you think might encourage them. But there's a very simple way that you can minister to others. They say that 70% of what people watch on YouTube is determined by the algorithm. YouTube's algorithm is just a set of rules that they use to recommend videos to people. The most important factor in whether a video gets recommended to others or not is engagement. If you watch one of our videos, don't be a stalker. If you click like or leave a short comment, it's far more likely that YouTube will recommend it to others. And it allows us to engage and to create a community online that can minister to one another as well. One of the more recent developments on YouTube that you may not be aware of is YouTube Shorts. Made for mobile phones as a competitor to TikTok, YouTube Shorts are video clips that are less than a minute long and attract people who just want to scroll through short-form content. Each week, we select and edit a 60-second clip from the sermon. This gives people outside of our church a brief window into what's happening in our church on Sunday without the commitment of watching a full message. Now, they say that 83% of Canadians are now on social media. Chances are that you're one of them. For many people, time on social media consists of sharing vacation photos, collecting memes, and watching cat videos. Our digital ministry team thinks it can be much more. Throughout the week, they share verses, questions, and thoughts from the Sunday sermon to try and help people reflect on God's Word and provide resources for people to share with their friends and family. You can see our most recent posts at our website, but follow us on Instagram at GraceBCRH or Facebook, GraceBCRH again, to connect with what we're doing. Now, I would never tell someone that they needed to spend more time on social media. But if you're online already, redeem your time and be a digital witness. Obviously, all of this requires a lot of work behind the scenes. Currently, a very surprisingly small team of people do an outsized amount of work to spread God's Word in digital spaces. Maybe God's calling you to be one of them. If He is, let's talk about it. Anyway, that's all for this time. If today's video has helped you get out of neutral, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to join us on the journey.